Hello, my name is Farren Shoaf, and I'm running for Congress in the 13th District here in North Carolina. And I wanted to make a video and let everyone know why I'm running for Congress and where I stand on some of the issues. I am a father, a husband. I am the son of Reverend Bill and Bobby Shoaf. I've been a self-employed businessman since age 21. Owning a custom car and truck accessory business in Statesville. When I opened that business in 1988, the entire product line was manufactured in America. When I closed that business in 2010, I would estimate that over 75% of the product line was being manufactured in China, Mexico, and other countries. I believe that to be completely unacceptable to building anything like a vibrant economy in this country. You know, I've watched the debt do nothing but skyrocket. It was $5.7 trillion when George W. Bush took office. It was $10.6 trillion when George W. Bush left office. With Barack Obama coming into office with $10.6 trillion of debt, when he leaves, it's going to be well over $20 trillion. With well over $100 trillion of unfunded liabilities. This is completely unacceptable to hand off to our children and our grandchildren. This policy of continuing to kick the can down the road is destroying the future of our future generations. I wanted to also comment on immigration. We live in a borderless country. The politicians in Washington, D.C. do not have the guts or the will to even enforce the laws that are on the books. We have many different problems in this country, but one of them is not that we are underpopulated. It is a national disgrace that our politicians in Washington, D.C. care more about taking care of and pandering to illegal immigrants than they do our very own veterans. I fully support building a wall. Walls work. Many of our career politicians live in gated communities. Israel has a wall. Walls work. I fully believe we need to build a wall across our southern border. Also, I oppose amnesty in any form. Amnesty is nothing more than rewarding the lawbreakers. It is time for some tough illegal immigration policies. Now, I do fully support legal immigration. And I think it's a slap in the face to those that immigrate here legally to grant amnesty to those that have broke the law to get here. Also, I wanted to say, with regards to our military, I fully support a strong military. I believe our military should be paid a livable wage. But I do oppose world policing, and I oppose nation wrecking and nation rebuilding. I think the foreign policy of the George W. Bush administration and Barack Obama's administration have been a tragedy. They have been very misguided. One, they're bankrupting our country. It is inciting hatred around the world. And these are the very same politicians that tell us all the time to be scared that terrorists are coming across the southern border, which they probably are. But they will not secure our borders. Also, I would like to say that I am a staunch supporter of the Second Amendment. I believe the words of the Second Amendment were picked very carefully, that your right to bear arms will not be infringed. And I do not believe the Second Amendment was put in the Constitution so you can deer hunt. I believe it was so we can have an armed citizenry in this country if we should ever need one. Also, I would like to say that religious freedoms in this country have been under attack, and they are definitely under attack now. And the HB2 bill, and I'm in full support of Pat McCrory, is another revelation of where we really find ourselves today in this political climate. I believe it is the duty of real men to protect our wives, our mothers, and our daughters. And I believe it is time for the Christian community to wake up and to stand up against the attacks by the federal government of the United States against Christians and religious freedom. I wanted to say that our tax system is completely broken. The IRS tax codes are over 76,000 pages. We're taxed into poverty. I'm not opposed to paying some taxes if it's spent correctly, but the waste and mismanagement and the corruption is just rampant in Washington, D.C. I firmly believe if you can graduate high school, you should be able to fill out your own taxes. If we drastically reduce the size of the federal government, then we also should be able to reduce taxes, especially on hardworking middle-class Americans who have been under attack economically in so many different ways. We've seen our manufacturing outsourced with these terrible NAFTA, GAFTA, and GATT, these terrible trade deals. I think Donald Trump is definitely correct on that. And I don't agree with everything Donald Trump has to say, but I believe he is definitely correct on that. And to bring back jobs in America, we've got to manufacture our own products. It's just that simple. And the middle class has been squeezed in so many different ways. And this is the way I would vote as your congressman. If it's good for you, middle class America, I will support it. But if it's good for Wall Street, and it's good for lobbyists, and it's good for corporations, but it's not good for middle-class America, then I'm going to oppose it. Because I'm just like you. I am a citizen. I am not a politician, and I've never had any political aspirations. I'm doing this because I feel like I don't have any representation in Washington, D.C. I am angry as feeling like I am continually sold out by our politicians with the legislation that they pass in Washington. So that's why I am running to be your congressman. I am just like you. I'm a small businessman. I am a family man. I've lived my entire life in either Davie or Iredell County. And if you elect me as your congressman, I will fully represent middle-class working Americans. You can follow me on Facebook. The website, my website is FarrenKShoaf.com. Share this video with your friends and family. We're going to try to put videos up about once every week. Feel free to contact me to speak at your events, or contact me if you'd just like to know how I stand on the issues. I'm going to answer the questions bluntly, and you're not going to get those normal politician answers, because I know where I stand and why. Thank you so much for your time. My website again, FarrenKShoaf.com.